Good day, learners! It's me again, Teacher Sarah. Today, we're gonna learn a new lesson. But before that, let's have first a short review by defining some related terms to our topic.
These words are protons, electrons, neutrons, atoms, and charging. Atoms are the basic building blocks of matter. Atom consists of three subatomic particles. They are protons, electrons, and neutrons. Electron is a negatively charged particle, proton is a positively charged particle, and neutron is a particle that has no charge. The process of supplying electrons to an object or losing electrons from an object is called charging. Generally, the number of electrons and protons in the atom are equal in number. Due to the opposite charges of electrons and protons, the charges get cancel each other and the atom remains neutral. However, if the atom has an equal number of electrons and protons, then the atom is said to be charged atom. If the atom has more number of electrons than protons, then it is said to be negatively charged. Similarly, if the atom has more number of protons than electrons, then it is said to be positively charged. Now, let us try to identify if the following figures are positively charged, negatively charged, or neutral. Each figure looks like this. So let us think that the box is the atom, and inside of it are the protons with a positive sign and the electrons with a negative sign. In number 1, there are 3 electrons and 2 protons. Therefore, this atom is negatively charged. Here is number 2. This atom has 3 electrons and 3 protons. So it means this atom is neutral. The third atom has 4 electrons and 7 protons. So therefore, this atom is positively charged. In number 4, there are 3 electrons and 5 protons. So it means this atom is positively charged. The fifth atom has 9 protons and 9 electrons. So therefore, this atom is neutral. The last atom has 6 electrons and 4 protons. So this atom is negatively charged. Great job! Now, let's try another activity. This activity is called Attract Me. And the materials you need are paper strips, glass rod, and cloth. Here are the procedures of the activity. Number 1, cut paper into strips. Number 2, rub the rod on the cloth and place it on top or above the paper strips. Then observe what will happen. Is this the result of what you did? If yes, then why do you think this happens? The glass rod attracts some strips of paper because of friction.
So when charging happens by friction.
Charging by friction happens when friction causes gaining or losing of electrons.
When you rub one material to another, they are charged by friction.
Material losing electron is positively charged and material gaining electron is negatively charged. The amount of gained and lost electron is equal to each other. In other words, we can say that charges of the system are conserved. So, when you rub a glass rod to a silk, the glass rod lose electron and became positively charged, and the silk cloth gained electron and became negatively charged. Rubbing the glass rod with the silk cloth charges the glass positive. That is why the glass rod attracts the paper bits.
There are 4 types of friction. These are static friction, sliding friction, rolling friction, and the fluid friction?
Static friction acts on objects when they are resting on a surface. For example, if you are hiking in the woods, there is static friction between your shoes and the trail each time you put down your foot. Sliding friction is friction that acts on objects when they are sliding over a surface. Sliding friction is weaker than static friction. That is why it is easier to slide a piece of furniture over the floor after you start it moving. For example, you use sliding friction when you write with a pencil. The pencil lead slides easily over the paper, but there's just enough friction between the pencil and paper to leave a mark. Rolling friction is friction that acts on objects when they are rolling over a surface. Rolling friction is much weaker than sliding friction or static friction. This explains why most forms of ground transportation use wheels, including bicycles, cars, four-wheelers, roller skates, scooters, and skateboards. Ball bearings are another use of rolling friction. They let parts of a wheel or other machine roll rather than slide over on another. Fluid friction is friction that acts on objects that are moving through a fluid. A fluid is a substance that can flow and take the shape of its container. Fluids include liquids and gases. If you've ever tried to push your open hand through the water in a tub or pool, then you've experienced fluid friction. Now, try to answer the following questions related to the activity Attract Me.
Number 1, is the glass rod gained or lost electrons? Number 2, which object becomes positively charged? Number 3, which object becomes negatively charged? And number 4, how does the glass rod attract the paper strips?
Try to answer this true or false activity. Number 1. Friction is done by rubbing two objects together. Number 2. There is friction when two objects are not in contact. 3. When an object gained electrons, it becomes negatively charged. 4. When an object lost some protons, it becomes positively charged. Number 5. Electrons are negative in charge. 6. Protons have no net electric charge. And number 7. Neutrons are positive in charge.
Here are the answers of the two activities.
I know you did a great job, so here's my reward for you.
Bye for now, class. If you have any questions, just drop it on my chat box. Keep safe and have a good day!